So the clearing of Daniel Bryan was a long time in process. It's been in the last few days that it's been out and been announced, but that is something that Daniel, without WWE, had been working on for a long period of time, kind of on his own and going about his desire to return. We knew of it. We knew what he was doing. At the end of the day, we take the advice of the best medical people out there. When those medical people came to us and said Daniel Bryan should no longer compete, it is their opinion that he should no longer compete. That is what we went with, and in some ways broke our heart to have to tell Daniel that, and broke his heart. And like he said, it was his dream, and he would not quit on his dream, and he fought for it. And whether or not that fight would have been in vain, none of us knew. But over time, he began to show us results that were totally different to the medical professionals, and it got to a point where he could return to action, and the medical professionals, and even beyond, additional medical professionals that had said he should no longer compete, were now saying it would be okay for him to compete. So that is what we go with, and he is cleared to return to the ring. We will absolutely keep an eye on him. As I said the other day, it is our first and foremost responsibility is to the health and well-being of our talent when they're on the roster with us. So we want them to be as healthy as possible, and for all of them. It's different than any other sport. There's no backup any of them, even if you just want to look at it from a business standpoint. But long beyond the business, there's a human being aspect of it. So that is extremely important to us, and we will always try to do what is best for their health, their well-being long-term. And this situation is no different. Personally, I am ecstatic for Daniel. Knowing him as a human being, all of it, to see him have this opportunity again, to see the passion at which he does this, and to know what this means to him.
We've heard rumours, we've seen it in the papers, we've heard the chatter that a major WWE event will be coming to Melbourne at our greatest sporting arena, the MCG. It's getting a lot of traction, this story. Can you shed some light on any truth that we might be seeing a global warning to?
Yeah, it is a case of we're working on it. We will see where we get to. Hopefully, hopefully things will work out for everybody. But we're kind of waiting to see. We don't have anything to announce at this time, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I hate saying this all the time, but you never say never in WWE. These kind of big strategic events, whether Saudi or any place else, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it logistically moving talent and everything else around is a lot. So it's a work in progress, and we shall see, and hopefully we can make announcements soon, one way or the other.
It's not exactly the response I was hoping for, but you didn't rule it out at least. Now, with Australia being so far from your home base, is there any chance that we could see a pay-per-view or a Raw or a SmackDown Live here in Australia sometime in the future? And, these rumours become a reality.
Any pay-per-view or promotional, event of that caliber, they're all difficult to put on, and they're all challenging. When you talk about WrestleMania and a week-long series of events that is difficult to coordinate in the U.S., it becomes that difficulty level becomes multiplied exponentially, having it internationally. That being said, we're definitely looking into possibilities of a lot of things. And I think that, one thing we've shown, I think over the years, never say never. I know that fans are hungry for it. I know that fans are excited for it if it does happen, and it's something that we think about and are trying to figure out logistically how things would work, whether that's a regular, one of our standard pay-per-views, whether that's one of the big four, or whether that's a WrestleMania, or whether that's something totally new. I think we're open to all of it, and like we always say, you never say never in the WWE. So we're open to all options, and without sounding cliched and throwing out catchphrases, if it's best for business, then we would certainly be open to doing it.